on these solar glasses and they done made my screen black. So I can see y'all now, but then when I put them back on, it's like dark because it just darkens everything. But anyway, winos! Winos, get up in here. Winos, we up. We up. Cheers. Come on. I got an announcement to make. I got an announcement. Let me stand up. I got an announcement. Come on, come on. What's up, TikTok? What's up, Facebook? Y'all come on. Y'all come on. Listen. Listen, y'all. It's been years in the making, okay? Next year will be 10 years. 10 years. We're officially like, we here. We here. We ain't going nowhere. We here, right? And so, to celebrate all of our messiness, all of the years, okay? Us being all up in the video, okay? All up in everybody's business. Guess what, y'all? Guess what? We got our own gifts. This is big. Jasmine, let the video play. What
You gotta unmute yourself on your side when I play the video.
Okay, all right. I don't want to mute myself. Go ahead. Okay. So, y'all, we got our own gifts. That's like our own money, y'all. So listen, here's a full tutorial whenever you in your chat on Instagram or anywhere. You could be on, let me see, Facebook. You just follow these instructions right here. You go when you type in Tasha K and all other winos show up. Boom. All of it. Okay, we got the spins. We got the fans. Oh, yes, baby. We got the hit in the wine glass. And there's hundreds more and thousands more coming. You can use them in your texting out to your girlfriends. Oh, we here. We ain't going nowhere. But listen, y'all did that, though. Y'all did that. We've been so messy out here for the last 10 years. For the last 10 years. Next year is our 10-year anniversary. And yes, we are going to celebrate because I got some other stuff, you know, we planning for y'all. Okay, so don't you worry. Don't you worry. But this is big, though. This is big. So you guys get to get messy. I don't know when YouTube gonna start allowing gifts, okay? But Instagram, you can get messy on Instagram. You can get messy on Facebook. You can get messy on X. And you can definitely get messy on, what's that other one, Jasmine? I can't think. What's the other one?
What, TikTok?
No, they don't allow them on TikTok. Mm-hmm. Oh, in the group chats. In your personal group chats, okay? So when it's Tasha K time or somebody say something, boom, hit that gift. Hit that gift. Sure, we may have to start hitting them live during our show, Jasmine, okay? Seriously. Oh, I am the gift. But congratulations, y'all. Y'all made it. Y'all get to show up in everybody comment section with Tasha K, especially if they hate us, if they can't stand our asses. Full show, okay? Definitely going to be talking about China exposing everybody. China is exposing all trade secrets, okay? Nothing is no longer a secret. There's no patent. There are no trademarks. Everything is fair game now, okay? Their economy is hurting and suffering, okay? And they have had enough. And in this segment here that we about to talk about, I got a little get back for y'all because what we have here is good girlfriend time. You know what I'm saying? And our husbands happen to join us, at good girlfriend time because they know that our conversations be good. And while they may not be participating in the conversation, they sure be listening. And then they ask us later on when we at the house in the bed. So what was you and Trina talking about? Like I heard something about, she called her dude doing something. Baby, and you were looking at him like, baby, I thought you was watching the game. I thought you was on TikTok while we was talking. Yeah, but I couldn't hear over here. Nothing. He slapped her. I heard he slapped the shit out of her or something. She caught him in bed or something with something. You know how the dudes be. They be trying to play it off. Like they don't be listening. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't want to be messy. They're not one of the girls, okay? So, yeah, they be listening too. It's all good. But China is done, okay? And like I said, I got a Did I Lie for all of y'all. We're definitely going to be discussing Angela Simmons and Yo Gotti. Memphis has been talking. I've been getting emails and texts and DMs. And, they saying that things are not looking too good for the couple. We're also going to be discussing Chris Brown and Carucci. Also going to be discussing, hold on, let me make sure I get everybody. Hold on. Man, and we got a hit a lick news. A black man out of Atlanta charged with wire fraud. The IRS sent him $32 million. I'm just trying to figure out, like, we got some questions we got to ask about that. And yeah, and much, much more. And of course, we got our second show. But in the meantime, guys, you know we got to pay the bills. So we're going to roll the sponsors, all right? We got some sponsors we need to brag about, which means boldly raise a glass to. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Hold that thought. And after the break, China is telling all the business. I need to let them host this show as much as they exposing people, okay? Let's go!
You know you're nervous because you're not feeling so fresh. Huh? No, not down there, up here. Tell me this, have you ever panicked at the thought of taking off your wig and releasing the worst odor? Or just the thought of your partner burying their face in your 4-week old box braids? One more question. Are you delaying your commitment to growing love locks? Because you know your scalp's history with thick, flaky buildup. If you can relate to any of these pretty common issues, I might have a solution for you. Crown & Glorious Medicated Shampoo. It's proven to not only clear up scalp buildup, but clear it for a lot longer. Using Crown & Glorious, you can do what before was unthinkable, like leaving in your protective styles for longer periods. You know, to get your money's worth. Because the formula used in Crown & Glorious eliminates the underlying causes of that sour smell in your hair and helps to prevent crusty buildup. As if that's not exciting enough, studies have shown that the active ingredients in Crown & Glorious can actually block certain hormones that causes hair loss. And it can effectively reverse alopecia or regrow your hair on thinning edges. So if you're ready to change your life forever, visit myclearcrown.com. Grab your first bottle of Crown & Glorious Medicated Shampoo because your crown is glory and glory starts at the crown.
I need you to know what a proper compliment is. This one in particular, this lady walked up to me today. She walked up to me, she said, "Hey, you're doing that show tonight." I said, "Yes, ma'am, I am." She said, "I'm so proud of you." I said, "Oh, thank you so much." She was like, it's like you're the whole package. And I was like, "Oh, well, thank you." I didn't know what this meant. "Oh, well, thank you so much." The whole package. That sounds like a compliment. It's like you're the whole package. You're a father, you're a family man, and you're a stand-up comedian, very funny, and an actor. It's like you're a regular Bill Cosby.
Watch this full program and other exclusive content on www.tashaklive.com.
All right, and we're back, guys. If you're new here, you definitely have to hit the subscribe button to chat with us, all right? Let's go and get into it. So I told y'all that I was in favor of the tariffs on China, not just as an American, but just as a person, you know, just wholly, because of everything that they've done to oppress our communities and uplift theirs, all right? And not only have they done it to the Black community, right? They've done it to the entire world. And they've always been doing this, but they've been paid to do it as well, too. And it's sort of like, you know, like I was telling y'all last week, it's like, you know, growing up in the Black community, I remember, you know, as a Black girl, you know, being in the beauty shops, how the beauty supply reps would come in Black owned and sell you Black products from Black owned companies like Dudley, like Cara Care. I don't know if you remember these companies, TCB, all of these companies were around until China got their hands on them. Okay. So they were American made products for Black women, for Black people that serviced us. And then not only that, you know, they saw that we were successful. We had our own businesses, had our own schools. Then they came in, gentrified. And then not only did they gentrify, they came in and started offering our stuff that we normally buy at a discount. Right? So they would replicate what it is that we had, that we would sell to each other, and then sell it to us at a discount. And then when we want to try to get in business, they put our businesses out of business. And then we want to try to get in business, they're Chinese owned manufacturers and makers and stuff like that wouldn't give us deals for years. That's why you don't see that many beauty supply Black owned stores and people that offer Black owned products as much. And that's why there's this whole conversation around Black owned, because we've always been shut out of the conversation. All right. And so I'm in favor of it. Not of other countries. I don't think it's that serious with other countries, but with China, I've seen this from the get-go. We frying chicken, now they frying chicken with feathers on it, or at least they calling it chicken, because I'm telling you, some of them wings be looking like rat legs. I'm trying to tell you. Listen to me, okay? I stopped eating Chinese food years ago. Vietnamese is very different, but no. So here's the thing. So now, you know, we're tariff for tariff, 125%. People that normally buy beauty supply products, at like 20, 30,000 that are Asian owned because they're situated here in the US, whether they're Arab or Asian owned beauty supply companies are now paying 300,000-400,000. There was a reason why I went natural, because I knew sooner or later we were going to have to come up with a way to supply our own or do our own hair for once. Okay. The alopecia has gotten out of control. The lace front induced alopecia, the chemicals, the rashes, just the allergies, the cancers from the braiding hair because it's plastic now. We don't know what they're putting in these beauty products, and to see beauty supply stores go through this now. Jasmine, let's get with the beauty supply, and then we'll come back to the bag maker, since y'all said I'm broke and I can't afford a Birkin.
Other things affected by the tariff tension, the cost of wigs and hair extensions. China's the largest exporter of all that stuff. Channel 2's Tom Regan continues our Team 2 coverage now in DeKalb County with why some wigs could cost 50% more.
Here at My Beauty Unlimited, they sell hundreds of different wigs and hair extensions. Most all of it comes from China. And with those steep tariffs in place, changing your look with a wig could cost you more.
I really like the curly wigs because summer is coming.
The last few weeks have been a little hair-raising for Maureen Yancey, owner of My Beauty Unlimited.
If these tariffs are being implemented, it's affecting the supply chain.
Black woman, they went to the only black-owned beauty supply store in the damn neighborhood and chose a black woman as if she was being affected. And this the only store she being affected by all the damn competition by the Chinese-owned store. They need to stop. Cap! Let's go, bro. Keep going. Cap! Come on.
Negatively, adversely affecting supply chain, and it's affecting how customers buy.
She stocks hundreds of synthetic and real hair wigs and extensions. She told me she can't accurately predict how much the 3-digit tariff on Chinese-made products will affect her prices, but she estimates lower-priced synthetic wigs will rise around 25 to 30%. Higher-end wigs may cost even more. A $400 wig, for example, may jump to $500. But again, that's just a guess.
It's a recession-proof industry, so people are going to buy beauty products, hair, wigs, chemical products. So, yeah, they're going to have to pay, unfortunately.
She told me she doesn't want to pass price hikes on to her customers, but not doing so could put her out of business.
Things are going to go up. Supplies are going to go up. It's all not great. And then small businesses, you have to think about, we're trying to keep small businesses here. What can we do? Everything is going up.
It's going to be tough. I mean, I'm going to have to, see, what the effect is, and then, explore my options.
Maureen says the option she's exploring includes buying wigs and hair extensions from other manufacturers in lesser tax countries like India, Cambodia, and Vietnam.
India is open for business, right? You guys know you don't have to go to China. You can order straight through India. You know what I'm saying? Bangladesh is open for business, and they ain't taking people ideas. They're really helping to innovate, but also not steal, okay, or replicate. So they're innovating, but they're not replicating. See, China innovates and replicates everything that we do. So they're helping you. It's like a partnership, So shout out to India, Okay, they black, they dark skinned like us as well too, right? And so I like how they highlighted a black owned beauty supply store. I didn't even know she was there. Thank you so much. I will support my sister. But I don't know. The point is, y'all better start going back to the kitchen and making y'all hair products. The $500-$600 a wig, some of our old prices is going up. They've been going up because when I'm seeing people paying $1,000, $1,200 for a wig, only for it to take all your edges off. I'm seeing hairlines, just like how we're getting taller and we're getting fatter as a society. I'm seeing hairlines start here now. I'm seeing babies being born with hairlines back here now because they mama DNA has switched because the over wig usage. Like, guys, listen. I know you're mad at me. It's fine, but I'm trying to tell you, this is your moment now to go natural or figure out your hair as it should and embrace it as it should, because getting ovarian cancer, cervical cancer, all these other cancer, fibroids and stuff from all these chemicals and everything that we're going through, it's enough. Enough is enough, and China will be all right. Now, in terms of China trying to hit back, because people are trying to devalue China, in the words of China, and they should be respected a little more. And so they're pissed off that their businesses have been hit because the entire world is not taking up for them, and they're mad. And so in retaliation of helping people to become rich, but at the same time, take for them at the same time, steal from them at the same time, which means if I buy a Kate Spade bag, they're selling a fake Kate Spade replica on the ground, on a blanket in tourist populated areas of downtown New York, okay? They have said enough. Y'all will put some respect on China's name. Go, China, go.
Say, as long as there's a tag saying made in China, the bag can never be luxury. However, in fact, more than 80% of the luxury bags in the world are made in China. But those luxury brands just won't acknowledge that. They take almost finished bags from China factories back to their own factories and just do the repackaging and logo installing, something like that. That way, the bags will appear at their boutiques as made in Italy or made in France. You know, those sophisticated European countries, which make you feel mysterious, royal, and thus luxury.
Yes.
Now, close your eyes. Let's just do a little, very easy experiment in your head, okay? Imagine that you have an Hermes bag, and suddenly the label on it changed from made in France into made in China, while everything else, like leathers, zippers, and hardware, remain the same. Do you suddenly feel that your bag is not as luxury as before? If you do, that means you have been misled and poisoned by the market campaign of those luxury brands for too long. Welcome to the real world. Now you see, those bags are made in China by our intelligent and diligent Chinese artisans. Let's not be poisoned and misled by the market campaign any longer, and be a real person. Buy a bag from us, from our factory in China. See the real world for yourself.
First of all, they ain't got to tell me because I've been buying the cheap bags. Y'all the ones be insecure and always got to have a name on y'all bag to make y'all feel like somebody, and y'all in competition with women. I ain't never seen no man say, oh my God, damn, she pretty, and look at that bag she got on, unless he gay. I'm sorry, I'm in the business of attracting men, okay, even though I'm still married. And the last thing I've never in my life ever heard a man say, damn, she fine. Are those Balenciaga shoes? Damn, you look good. Is that an LV? Is that those red bottoms? Unless they want to be one of the girls. Last time I checked, a man, or if you a woman and like women, you like ass naked. Right? So it's like, who are we really buying the bags for? Who are we really buying this luxury stuff for? Baby, listen, I'm telling you, I'm in H&M, purse just say purse. Say bag, it don't say nothing. You throw it on the floor, it drops on the ground. Even though you ain't supposed to put no purse on the floor, it is what it is. I be damned if I give one of these companies my hard-earned money and I got money to leave back for my children. I don't care whether I'm multimillionaire or not. That's why you don't see a lot of billionaires and people like that with this shit, because they sell it to y'all and make money off of it. And meanwhile, they got the original that they paid $10 to make. $10. $10, y'all. And you wonder why Michael Kors, Kate Spade, all these bag companies all got the same looking bag, just different names. But because we got Black folk, and it's always us, all up in the music video, Birkin, Hermes, red bottom, this and that, in order to feel like we somebody or to be respected, we feel like we got to go get that in order to be accepted, when in turn you should be accepting yourself. I am the only woman that shows up by choice to all of my dinners or trips with my friends, and they be like, Tasha, where you got that purse from? I don't know. Figure it out. I don't know. How much you pay for it? I got a standard, $19. It's cute, ain't it? It's cute. Huh? It's cute. It holds my stuff. Yeah, it holds my stuff. But everybody, China is tired. They're like, y'all gonna put some respect on our name. You're gonna fly on our planes. You're gonna drive our cars. You're gonna wear our stuff. And even though, and this is what pissed me off too, is because China positioned themselves to be of service to people, but not to steal from people, right? So not only are they offering service, but they're still stealing your ideas and your intellectual property. So if I come to you as a bag owner and say, hey, please protect my design, don't replicate my design, they didn't come up with the design. And so you come over there, you get your own custom bag, you have them make it because they make it faster, they make it cheaper, they got kids over there in the sweatshops and stuff like that, making all of your wigs and hair products and all that stuff, and don't tell them what type of cancers they got over there. They ain't even got sunshine all day. They had to make their own damn sunshine. When I saw them manufacture a sun in the middle of the ocean, I said, oh yeah, China really about that, okay? They said, we ain't got no sun. Make a sun. Put it right there in the middle of the ocean. Right there. Right there. Right there. Go. People at the beach in the ocean with a man-made sun. Because they can make everything. But when I seen them do that, and then at the request when people pay you and say, hey, could you take off made in China and put made in Italy? That's what I pay you to do. If I give you that money to say that, you shouldn't be out here spreading my trade secrets, but instead you want to get out here and expose me, which is cool. They have the right to do that. But and at the same time, you're going to replicate what I said and say, come buy it through me. I'm telling you, it is so... They gotta go, bro. They gotta go. And y'all just gonna have to go natural. Y'all just gonna have to get over it, and you're gonna have to go natural. I did. Look at this. Natural. I go to the Mexicans now, Dominicans, to get my hair cut. Look at it. It's natural. It's mine. I ain't having no allergic reactions. I ain't got to worry about no fibroids or ovarian cancer. None of that stuff popping up in my latter years because your head is open, the pores are open, and whatever we put in, it comes out. Like I said, all these years I've been wearing, when I was a kid, wearing braided hair. It's not until I became an adult is when I can't even leave braid hair in my head for less than 24 hours without taking it out, or my head is swollen from all the chemicals. They're talking about you got to boil the hair. When have we ever had to boil hair? But y'all will be all right. It reminds me of when World War II, and they did a documentary on World War II. And during World War II, before World War II, everybody was eating good. They had cows, they had chickens, they had, beef and stuff. And then the men had to go off. And so, people were getting bombed and everything because we were in the middle of a war and they couldn't get access to meat. And when they couldn't get access to meat, health costs went down because nobody was sick. Heart disease, heart attacks, cancer, all of that stuff, because they couldn't get access to animal-based products and they were forced to farm their own food. So they went natural. This is equivalent to what we're about to go through. So you need to start embracing yourself, embracing who you love. You don't worry about having no designer bags and this and that, because at the end of the day, everybody leaving here the same way they came, naked. And to the Hermes bags, it's an investment. When I saw the promotion behind the Hermes bags and they had the white women stitching them up after the Chinese people had made them, according to China, I don't want Hermes trying to sue me. China said it first. Sue them. Oh, you can't. You can't sue them. So I'm just going to say, according to China, y'all making the Hermes bags over there and then saying, take it off and put it over here. You know what I'm saying? That it's made over here and y'all pay an extra fee for that. But for them to put out promotional saying that Hermes bags are gaining more profit than what you would make on the stock market in order for insecure people who feel that they need a bag, okay, in order to make money. I said, boy, if that ain't no, I got to tell you, when you hit a lick, you just hit a lick. They hitting a lick. I can't even be mad at them. But when Jess was sitting up saying this, go ahead, Jess. Remember when Jess was saying this and I was like, you don't know what you're talking about, Tasha. It's an investment. It's worth $30,000. Go.
For glove checks hit different. What you did? What's your first thing you bought with that money?
That money is still in my account.
Mm-hmm.
That money is still that's an account I don't touch.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Them checks hit like that?
Mm-hmm. They wasn't even trying to give me the money they gave me, but they
They had to come around.
They had to come around. So I'm like, come on, light this fire up under y'all butt.
What about the purchase? You ain't purchased nothing like, okay, I'm gonna get me a Birkin bag, or I want to get this whip.
I have 6 Birkins already, and that was before Breakfast Club.
6?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those are investment bags. Snakeskin, hello? Play. Yeah, them $70,000 bags, them $80,000 bags. Yeah, them bags I plan to sell just in case. You know, they ain't all for wear.
What's the most important?
Who you selling them to now that China done said they made them? Who got them now? Jasmine, you got more videos from China? Because they really going in. You got a few more? What they got? Let
me show you the United States products in my home.
Yes.
Nothing. Do you have something from China in your home?
One more time.
At Hermes boutique will cost you 38,000 USD. But what is the real cost out of the factory? Today, I'm going to break it down in front of you step by step. First thing first, Hermes only use the leathers from the 3 top-level suppliers. One is called Gotti from Italy. And the second is UNWINEWITHTASHAK from Germany. And the third is Haas from France. One piece of Togo leather, the same leather as this one, will cost 450 USD. And one piece of the leather is only enough to make 1 Birkin, okay? The thread. And of course, for Hermes Birkin, the thread is also the best top level. It's called Fil au Chinois from France. This is actually the Rolls Royce in thread. For each bag, the cost is 25 USD. And then the hardware. See, this hardware is called 316 hardware. It's also known as the ocean stainless steel because it can withstand the erosion of seawater. It's the best stainless steel. For one piece of bag, the hardware will cost 150 USD. The edge oil. This edge oil is imported from Italy. It's called heat sealed edge oil. For each bag, it will cost 50 USD. The interior lining, it used lambskin imported from France. For each bag, the cost will be 100 USD. And also inside, there is a zipper from Riri brand. And the zipper for one bag is 10 USD. And then the cost of human resource. The French artisans is much more expensive than Chinese artisans. To finish one bag, the human resource cost will be 600 USD. Package. Now this is not that expensive, it's 10 USD. So now to sum those up, the total cost will be 1,400 USD for 1 Birkin out of factory. But why Hermes will charge you 38,000 USD for 1 bag? That's because more than 90% is paid for its logo. But if you do not care about the logo, you just want the same quality, same material, you can just buy from us. Because for our bags, we use exactly the same material, same leather, same hardware, same edge oil. The only difference is one, we don't have the logo, so we don't have to pay so much amount of money just for that logo. And second, our human resource is much cheaper. This is why this bag from our factory only costs you 1,000 USD, but even better quality and craftsmanship.
At the end, he said even better quality or craftsmanship. The shade. I got 6 Birkins. I got 6 Birkins, and y'all was dragging me, saying I didn't understand money. I didn't know what I was talking about. Oh, Birkins are investments. You can resell them. You resell them to insecure, wannabe pick-me women. See, what I took when I did go to school, because I was in the 9th grade 3 years, and I did a lot of college courses, even taught a few college courses when I got into college. I ended up getting into college on a scholarship, a softball scholarship, even though I graduated with a GED, but they put it as if I got a high school diploma in Florida. It was a program that they had at the time because I opted to go to work when I figured out how to make money, and I didn't need school to do it. I just needed a couple of classes like most of us do when you find your purpose, okay? And so I remember in marketing class or just world economics or global economics, they taught you a little something called supply and demand. And so when a lot of folks was coming at me saying I didn't understand the value of certain things, I didn't even know how to say the name right. They was like, Tasha, it's not Hermes. It's not Hermes. I was like, what is it? They said Hermes. Who gives a damn? Who cares? Who cares? It's a damn bag. I remember a little class that I actually taught, attending a university in Atlanta. Matter of fact, they went down for scamming too. And that's how I figured out how to start a university. And that's when I decided to drop out. I said, if they can get it, I can get it too. Because all you have to do is apply. You know what I'm saying? You can get federal loans, and then, you know, people get federal loans and they pay you to go to school and they still get funded by the government. But, you know, I don't know nothing. I'm dumb, right? But I remember this little thing called supply and demand. The reason Birkins are expensive is because of supply and demand. When something is in demand, it drives up the cost. And then they're not able to get a lot of supply because if everybody's trying to buy it, that makes it more exclusive. And so they opted to not make a lot or make seasonal products in order to make it feel like you have something exclusive for the fall or for the spring or for the summer. This was last year's summer Hermes bag. Yeah, I paid $100,000 for it, and it's gonna go up because we're not gonna make it anymore. But you know, next year you're gonna have a new one. And you're gonna pay more money for that. But when you resell it, you're gonna find some insecure ass woman that wants to be with the who's who. She wants to pretend like she has it to fill in for what she lacks on the inside. And this is what she needs to feel like she's somebody. So we're going to give it to the dumb bitch, mainly the Black and ethnic women, because they're always wanting to stand out, even though they already have those big butts. You know what I'm saying? Big voluptuous titties and bodies that we've already manufactured and put on ourselves too. They want our bags. And so we're going to go to China, make the bags, tell them that rich white women like ourselves wear these in Italy and make them feel special. Meanwhile, we're getting rich and going to buy their assets. But Miss Tasha K don't know that because I was only in the 9th grade 3 years. And y'all really believe that them white women was over there stitching them bags up in that documentary, didn't you? They was putting logos on the bag. They was putting logos on the bag. Who do you think is catching snakes by the pounds and make Hermes bags like you got organic snakes? Those are lab-grown snakes. GMO snakes that they either eat or sell to the Hermes people. Moving on. I am done here. Let me put on my Gucci glasses. They say Gucci here. They say Gucci here. They say Gucci here, and they say made in China in here. Next. Don't mind me, y'all. Y'all continue to spend y'all money how y'all want to spend. I'm just here. I'm just talking shit. Broke people news, okay? Broke people news, all right? All right, so who's next, Jasmine? Who's that? Oh my God, so in Hitalic News, we need to start a GoFundMe. We need a lawyer for our brother here. This is not his fault. So in Atlanta, let me make sure I get the facts here. Okay, so in Atlanta, a young man by the name of, hold on for a second, let me get him. Christopher Downton was arrested by the feds, okay? Was arrested by the feds. Forget this. Let me put on my reading glasses. Put on my reading glasses, my Gucci's, okay? Made in China. Federal agents arrested this Atlanta man for Atlanta area man who tried to cash a $32 million tax refund check at the Bank of Ohio. Where's Doge when you need them? This is not his fault. This is not even the IRS's, well, this is technically the IRS's fault, but where's Doge? Where's Doge? Elon, President Elon, get in here. $32 million to an Atlanta Black man. Christopher Downton of Jonesboro, Georgia, fraudulently filed 2 tax returns for 2 businesses that he did not own. According to the charging documents, Downton filed 8 change of address forms to convert both businesses' IRS accounts to his name and address. Then he received 2 tax refund checks for both businesses from the IRS, including 1 check for more than $32 million and another in the amount of $26,156.50. See, I can read. I can read numbers because even though I was in 9th grade 3 years, okay? I understand money. I understand money. And I understand how to get money, how to steal money, you know? Okay. Downton, 48, flew from Georgia to Ohio, opened a bank account in the Bank of Southern, in the Southern District of Ohio. On February 13th, Downton took both checks to Morgan Stanley office in Beaver Creek, Ohio, and attempted to deposit the funds into a brokerage account. Smart man, in a trust in his name. Smart man, he got a trust. Downton allegedly told Morgan Stanley financial advisor that 2 companies owed him for illegally using his personhood. Okay. Now he said the payments were transferred to him from the IRS. Now, the Morgan Stanley financial advisor verified that the 2 checks were valid. Treasury, 2 checks were valid with the U.S. Treasury checks, okay? Now, the checks were deposited into the brokerage account. He went on by his merry little business back down to Scamlana, all right? Back to his Jonesboro house. Now, on February 19th, an executive director at Morgan Stanley, his nosy ass, contacted the U.S. Secret Service, his nosy ass, okay? Because, you know, they don't pay salary. So they're like, how the hell this black man from Atlanta get $32 million from his business? And the IRS criminal investigation, which they gave him the check, they should have investigated before they sent him the check, okay? To verify Dalton's story. I wonder if he did his taxes on TurboTax. I wonder if that was the case. Now, law enforcement seized both checks and charged Dalton with wire fraud and theft of public money. Now, Genevieve Billia, a spokesperson for the IRS criminal investigation, should be fired, okay? Because her department sent the check. Says she could not explain why the IRS sent the business refund checks to Dalton for companies he did not own, or he was able to change the addresses, and how he was able to change the addresses. Now, the question is about how it changed and why it was done. Unfortunately, it's a question for the IRS civil side. It's not our department. All right, she said, on the enforcement side, we had the same question of how did it happen? You need to be asking your people, how did it happen? Why are you asking Christopher? He just sent in his paperwork, and y'all honored it and verified it. And then somebody jealous and broke at Morgan Stanley was like, where did he get 32 million from? There's no way a black man walking in here got 32 million, so I'm going to tell. Dalton appeared in federal court in Atlanta, and he is charged with wire fraud and theft of public money. It is not public money. That's his money. I don't understand why we're wasting resources trying to charge this man, and y'all made the mistake. You need to let him go. Let him go. Matter of fact, I would hire him in the IRS department to catch fraud. How was he able to do this? Y'all don't even understand how he did it. You're talking about, oh, that's for the IRS civil side. This ain't got nothing to do with us. We just know that he did it. Why don't you sit down with these scammers and hackers and figure out how they're doing it so you can save yourself the headache? But no, you just want to lock every black man up who done got one over on y'all. Hit a lick news, man. I wish he would have paid that Morgan Stanley broker, that guy no one would have ever knew. Ever knew. He could have got his money and got the hell up out of town. I would have put it in crypto fast. And they would have charged me, and when I would have got out of jail, the crypto would have still been mine. It's gone. Damn, why they can't get me like that? Boy, I'll be in crypto and I'll serve me a cool 10. So we'll let that thing build interest because I ain't got no bills because I'm in jail. I'm living off the public's money. I'm living off y'all money. When I get out, I'm a billionaire off $32 million sitting in crypto. Right? Huh? Right? Let him go, man. For real. Y'all enjoying the show? I hope so. Don't forget, guys, if you're just coming in here, we got our own gifts. Jasmine, so listen, when you're on social media or in your group chats, you guys can search your gifts, and all of the wino shade is now gonna be all over the internet. So look, y'all, we made it. Y'all, we got so many surprises rolling out for y'all this year as winos, for being dedicated, for being about that life. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now you got your group chat. Hey, the group chat's lit now. It's lit. I love it. I love it. I love it. So don't forget to get your behind on Giphy and go ahead and throw all the shade you want, okay, in the comment section. All right, so moving on. Who's next? Hope y'all enjoying the show. Yes, okay. All right, so we got a little break. Jasmine said we got to take a break. Okay, so after the break, we got Mia Campbell. She is back and better than ever. Okay, we're definitely going to be discussing Chris Brown and Karrueche's, I guess, public reunitement. All right, and also Angela Simmons and Yo Gotti. The streets is talking in Memphis. I'm just trying to figure out why they telling me and why you ain't telling the public what's going on. Why is people coming to me? Why are you not telling the people? You don't tell them everything else, Angela. Why you ain't telling them this, okay? All of this and more coming up later in this show. Hold that thought. We got some sponsors we get to brag about, which means boldly raise a glass to, and I'll tell you what I'm drinking after the break. Let's go.
Watched an earlier episode of you when you weren't my biggest fan, and you were like, "Oh, Kat, you called her ugly, but she got the
say that."
No, but you said she got the money. You said she got the money from you. She was tired of the ocean. She went and got this little young. She got some young fresh whatever. She got the bag from you, and now she got all to the little nigga kissing her ass. And I was like, but she right. Like, not that she right, because I wanted, like, I would have loved to have that. But because I was in that for so long and seeing how these little girls service you and cater to you and you feel like king and da-da-da-da-da, and then I wanted to emulate you. I wanted that for me.
Let's move on to Kanye. So Kanye been out here wilding. Now they trying to say that, you know, he got his information on the twins from me.
Watch this full program and other exclusive content on www.tashaklive.com.
When I told you that I wanted us to change, I really meant that. Earlier, when I was talking about the threesome, well, that was just me being honest with you.
I appreciate you being honest, babe, and opening up to me. I really want you to be happy.
Listen, babe, you're my wife. You're my soulmate. And no one and nothing is gonna change that.
Okay, so listen, if we do this, we gotta have some rules.
Definitely.
Okay.
You say the word.
Just listen. Rule number one.
Rule number one.
No one-offs.
No.
No sex, no dates, nothing.
Sounds good.
This is for us. Rule number two.
Number two.
Feel comfortable if I pick her.
But I mean...
Okay, listen. We can pick her together.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Yes. Yeah. Rule number three. What's rule number three?
Go back to rule number one.
No one-offs.
No one-offs.
No one-offs. Absolutely never. And is there a rule? Is there a fourth rule?
Watch this full program and other exclusive content on www.tashaklive.com.
All right, and we are back, guys. Don't forget, we are sponsored in part by my law firm, Chad Van Horn. Guys, if you guys are sitting in a bunch of debt, you got credit card debt, student loans, tax debt, child support, house debt, car debt, guys, please talk to a bankruptcy attorney for free, okay? Visit my link, startovernow.org, and get Chad on the phone and let him tell you whether or not you qualify for a bankruptcy. And if not, we do have credit repair solutions and everything to help you to become debt-free and hopefully live the life that you want to live. And literally, once you buy your house and your car, everything else should be straight. That's what everybody should be focusing on, how to pay off a house, pay off a car. Everything else, hey, they better get it how they live, bro. For real. Not important, all right? Make sure you visit the website, startovernow.org. Chad and his representatives are waiting right next to the phone to talk to you, okay? Matter of fact, he just got some student loans or some taxes discharged, all right? Just don't pay them while you're trying to go over there, because I see a lot of people trying to pay their bills, and then they go over there and talk to him. He's like, why'd you pay the bills? They owe you that money. So anything that you paid 3 months before you file your bankruptcy, they got to give you that money back. And they normally don't, because you got to chase them down. So they'll just give you credit to say you made that payment. You know what I'm saying? That's what happened to me and mine, you know? So they had to run that back when mine was garnished. Now, who's the next, Jess? Who's next? Mia! So y'all remember Mia Campbell from In the House? Well, she is now officially back in the house and off the streets. I don't know if y'all remember her. She was in movies like Poetic Justice. She was also in, what was that other sitcom? I wrote down a few because I couldn't remember. Hold on for a second. Let me see. Let me make sure I get her resume. Beautiful girl. She was on the show with LL Cool J. She was also with Jasmine. Who's the other shows that she did? I can't think of them. Okay, but yeah, she did a lot of shows. Huh?
I only know In the House.
South Central. She was on South Central too. Yeah, she played on that as well too. So she was very popular back in the 90s. And over 7 years ago, there was a video uploaded to social media of her in bad shape, okay? And so take a look at this video. Viewer discretion is advised, even though it is her past, but still people get triggered. So here we go.
He a cheater, so.
Cheetos.
I don't want no Cheetos.
Well, I want some crack.
You want some crack,
I
baby?
said, no, no cake. No cake to Gucci.
So that was her being filmed by a random dude at the gas station, I guess downtown somewhere in Atlanta, asking for crack, okay? She was missing a tooth. Her hair was kind of everywhere. She was going through it. Now, she's been clean a few times over the years, okay? And she's bounced back. But yesterday, as of yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, I guess her management uploaded a photo of her of her and the manager, and she looks absolutely great. Okay, it's like she never smoked a rock a day in her life. I was like, I put on my glasses and I was like, girl, did you get the tooth fixed too? Who fixed your teeth as a crackhead? Look at her. She got meat on her bones. You can tell she eating. She off that shit. You don't never see no fat crackheads. Cokeheads, but not fatty. Not crackheads, okay? And so she back her hair back healthy and everything. Don't you hate that? Don't you hate that? Folks go off and do the wrong thing. They bounce back like ain't nothing happened. And then they start a church. Y'all know how it go. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't hating on her though. She looks great. I'm happy that she came back. She's happy. She's smiling. She's ready to work. She even had a little message here from Tyler Perry. Let's go.
Hey everybody. Thanks for checking in and wondering if I'm okay. I'm doing great. Yeah. I just wanted you to know that everybody keeps asking me what do I want to do with my career. And honestly, I could say that I really want to get in touch with Tyler Perry and have him produce my mother's book, 72-Hour Hold. It was a monumental book for me. It was a New York Times bestseller. And July is Mental Health Awareness Month. So I'm still on that campaign. Keep me up in prayer. Thank you for praying for me.
Right.
And I'm going to do my best to make you guys happy. I'll see you soon. Bye.
Yes, I'm so excited that she's back. And Tyler Perry is good with rescuing somebody so he can take their testimony and use it. He's good for that, taking everybody's storylines, ideas, and everything, and not sharing. But as long as you got a job, you got a job. That's all that matters, okay? And so when it comes to, she played in South Central, Poetic Justice, LL Cool J's in the house. Beautiful, beautiful girl. And so because she's bounced, she's been on and off for the last 7 years. Hopefully she's back for the long run now. She still got that, let me just say this. I always like to see the good in people. She still got that crack smoking voice. I don't know. Pick that up. If you lived in the hood, people who smoke dope are excellent salesmen. They're excellent with projecting their words. They got a to their voice, especially the women. They always sound like they scratching it, like they, like they ass is itching. You guys gonna crack, like they got that, and she still got that twang in her voice. You know what I'm saying? So I hope she ain't, I hope she clear. You know what I'm saying? And we wanted to stay that way, but. I'm trying to be serious, and y'all in the comments chatting out. I'm trying to be serious, okay? Listen to me. But the positive part is that because crackheads know how to sell anything, I think she's going to be all right. I just don't want her putting herself out too soon, and then the public hyping her up, and then she's expecting all these big things to come. Maybe this is the reason why I don't know what her reasons for getting clean is. I'm just happy she's clean, but I don't want her to revert back with the public rejection. You see what I'm saying? Because it's like, I don't know what happened in her career at first, when she was young, but I do know, I have a good idea. My husband and I were talking about this the other day. Like, we were like, because we almost moved to LA, and I'm so glad we didn't. I'm so glad we chose Atlanta and then Florida, because we didn't want to raise our children out there. We didn't want to be, because when you around it and it's culture, they were saying on music, on like movie sets, the executives will have what they call R&R rooms where they would have cocaine just laid out on the table beside the lunch. They said it was normal. It was just normal. And so like, this is a normal part of the culture. And that's why a lot of them end up like, they give these checks, and then the executives, they put the cocaine out, and then you take your checks and you give it right back to the dope dealer. If you ask me, I'm thinking these movie companies is a part of the cartel. It's just way too convenient how they money laundering using the actors and actresses. It's a perfect scheme. So it ain't her fault because she was young. That's why I don't believe in kids going into Hollywood. No. Then when they become teenagers, you ain't got no control of them because they think they grown at like 15 or 16, and I'm going to slap out of one. My child already know. I'm going to slap you, then you're going to get on social media and tell everybody I slapped you. One night she called herself trying to get booked with me. Came in the house, didn't want to say hi, sat on my bed, put my laptop in her lap, and said, get out of my room and leave me alone. I said, who she at? They was like, who she talking about? Get out of the... I said, She talking to Teddy. I'm talking to you. Who? You talking to who? I had to check one more time. I said, Teddy, is she talking to you? Is Tantu talking to you? And by the time I did that third spin, she was rolling off the bed. Rolling. I hate you. And she was like, give me my laptop. I took the laptop. Bam. Hole all in the wall. I'm calling the police. I said, you call them. Call them. Call them. I'll call them for you. Her ass left the house. True story. Left the house. I'm running away. Run. You forgot your shoes. Oh, they're mine too. Leave them here. Leave them. Don't even come back. Went across the street, thought they were going to give her a hotel room for free. Ended up coming back 5 hours later. Police showed up at the door. Talking about we got a call from the Hilton Hotel saying that there was a teenager there that had been abused. I said, oh, yeah? What was her name? It was like, we don't know her name, but they say she lived here. I said, yeah, that's true. We got a teenager. But what she say? They said you beat her up. I said, she got any bruises? I said, you want to come check her? She laying down in her bed. She in the bed. You want to come check? Because I'm trying to say, if I'm abusing her, why she came back home? If it was so bad in here, why did she come back home? Huh? They was like, ma'am, how old is she? I said, 16. They was like, have a good night. I said, wait a minute, you're not coming up? They said, have a good night. We got real crime out. You sure you don't want to come check on the complaint? No. I'm with it. I'm with it all. Okay. That's why I couldn't. She wanted me so bad. Mommy, please. I want to act. I want to do this. You never supported me being an actress. You're not. You're gonna be an actress when you get good grown and you finish school and you get yourself to them. You're gonna learn to be able to think for yourself. You're not gonna be like, oh, mama put me around these people and now you around here coked out on live like Justin Bieber and all them. But you rich though. You rich. I'm sorry, I'm built different. I'm sure she's gonna do hella interviews when she get older. Talking about her mama abused me. Sure did, and I'll do it again. I'll do it again. I'll do it again. Anyway, congratulations to Mia, though. I just wish they would have never exposed her too early, though. I really think that's what happened, okay? And so we got to protect these kids even from themselves, even if it means we got to risk going to jail for popping one of their asses in their mouth for thinking they're grown too soon. You a child. Moving on. Chris Brown and Karrueche. These hoes ain't loyal. Remember when Karrueche told you that she was used? And he did her this way and he did her that way and slung her every which way because he was cheating on her and wanted Rihanna back. And Rihanna wanted him back too, even after he blackballed her eyes because she was whooping his ass too. And this is all when they were children. Remember all this? And everybody tried to cancel. Everybody tried to cancel Chris Brown and all of this. And he was a child and had so much media scrutiny and everything. And he was on dope young. I think he's still on dope though, for real. I don't think that's changed. You know what I'm saying? I think that's drinking that cough syrup, you know. Yeah. But here's the thing. So he was at Coachella all hugged up with Karrueche and Tiana Taylor. Okay. Jasmine, got that little picture of him and Karrueche. Now, mind you, he's banned from Coachella. He's not even allowed to perform. I don't know how he got in the gate, but he was there. And I guess he wanted it to be seen that he was there because according to the Coachella, festival organizers, he's not allowed to be around there. Okay. So they don't want his kind, you know, at all near the gate. So I'm sure they escorted him out pretty soon. He was seen with Tiana Taylor too after he tried to step to Tiana Taylor for allegedly betraying him because the American Music Awards decided to drop his act when he was supposed to do a tribute in honor of Michael Jackson. And then when they realized it didn't seem right to let an alleged abuser, well, not alleged, abuser, give an award or give a tribute to an alleged pedophile. Okay, and so they scrapped the whole thing, and Tiana ended up backing out. And he thought Tiana was betraying him because she wanted to save herself and save endorsements, and he thought that was real fake. And so when Usher threw his birthday party at the skating rink, he decided to get this B out of my party, and everybody started saying he was using women again because he didn't want her around. And then a week later, Tiana's little piece of shit ex-husband was at the party all up in Chris Brown's face after he had just cussed the mother of his kids out. And I was like, what type of... whose side are you on, Negro? But anyway, that's their business, not mine. But back to Karrueche. Everybody was saying, oh my God, look at her. Look at this. And then some of y'all even saying that y'all want them back together. This is why y'all need to mind y'all business when it comes to these grown folks' business. Okay, this is why I give my opinion. But as far as trying to say, oh, I wish they would get back together, I wish this. The only reason Karrueche left is because she always plays second to Rihanna. She couldn't be first. And to be honest with you, where has Karrueche been since, Chris? Has anybody heard her name? Anybody? Anybody? She got a career off of Chris. So the ass whoopings paid off if that's what he did. But she sure didn't act like she got her ass whooped, okay? Because she was right back every time. Every time. Just like she was hugging all of him now. Chris. And you know he loved him, a little Asian girl. He said, listen, you know the rules. If you want to be on the team, I'm going to get you an AP, you know what I'm saying? And get you a watch, you know what I'm saying? And you one of them, but you'll never be the only one. And she couldn't take that. So she, you know. I don't know why she couldn't, you know, insist on being the only one. Like, girl, as long as he paying your bills, that's all that matters, child. All that matters. To them. Okay? Where's Victor Cruz now? Where's Victor Cruz? Victor Cruz, the only reason Victor Cruz got any sort of clout when it came to Karrueche is because Karrueche had finally moved on. After that, who was it? Who was it? Okay, that's exactly what I said, okay? But that's her man, so y'all need to stop trying to advocate for these women. When they tired, they get tired. They don't get tired when we say y'all should be tired, period. All right, moving on after the break. The streets are talking, okay, about Angela Simmons and Yo Gotti. They're asking, yo, what's going on? 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 Y'all too quiet over there. All right, so after the break, we got Angela Simmons and Yo Gotti, and then we'll be heading over to TashaKLive.com for a second part of the show. On that show, we definitely will be talking about Bad Baby revealing, people taking advantage of her when she was underage. Okay, definitely going to be discussing the North Carolina courts being hacked and showing. I saw the videos that the people were forced to watch in the courtroom. We even have one of the people that were in the courtroom while the hacking took place, and I got to tell you, it was a lot going on in them videos, and they had to sit there and listen to it. Okay, so we got an eyewitness and someone that is actually seeking to sue the state of North Carolina, and it's exclusive, and just viewer discretion is advised. Okay, definitely going to be talking about the Free Wendy clout chasers. The Free Wendy Williams clout chasers. See, the winos, it's not clout chasers. So we say what we say. We stand on business. We'll cuss you out, but we'll still put some money in the offering plate. We'll do it. We don't need to party with y'all. We don't need to do no. We don't need to be all up in the video. Okay, getting fat again. Okay. I'm gonna talk about all of them on TashaKLive.com. It's going down. Definitely gonna talk about Safari crying over a convicted killer. Okay, yeah. And also, let me see. Johnny Blaze being turned away by the school, for because of her body shape. Her body shape. She said she was turned away. Couldn't talk to the girls because of her body shape. And then Carrie Hilson, as I told y'all on my last show on TashaKLive.com, she was clout chasing. This was a setup for something else. Because why would Carrie Hilson come out of left field trying to throw Beyonce in a conversation? Okay, we got the receipts and much more. Okay, all of that will be discussed in graphic, uncensored, in graphic details, uncensored on TashaKLive.com. You do have to subscribe to TashaKLive.com to get in the chat and show your ass. Okay, we got some sponsors we need to brag about, which means Boldly Raise a Glass. So we'll be right back after the break. Let's go.
Tired of unreliable phone plans?
Can you hear me now?
What about never having service and having to spend all your hard-earned money on hidden fees? And don't even get me started on the customer service. Hear me now. Tired of phone plans ganging up on you? Get Rockstar Wireless. Say goodbye to big phone bills. Switch to Rockstar Wireless for unlimited talk, Text and data for just $19.99 a month. And never be held down by your phone bill again. Rockstar Wireless has your back. Stay connected with Rockstar Wireless.
Now, I don't know if it's witchcraft or what. And I know it sounds super crazy. But all I know is every time I try to give my Trina some.
What's wrong? What's wrong?
Since when was it okay for you to be a hoe?
Active sex life. Same thing.
The exclusiveness that only we share, us being completely vulnerable to each other, trying stuff and doing stuff together for the first time with each other only. Me waiting my whole life to save myself for you.
Watch this full program and other exclusive content on www.tashaklive.com.
And we're back. We are back, guys. Don't forget, if you are drowning in any sort of debt, credit card debt, home loan debt, car debt, medical bill debt, child support debt, tax debt, please, guys, call my lawyer, Chad Boyhorn, okay? It's free. It's a free consultation, all right? Please go to startovernow.org and let him tell you what you qualify for. And if you don't qualify for bankruptcy, he does have a credit repair program as well, too, okay, to help get you back on your feet. Why sit down and stress and create cortisol bellies when you see people skinny and they got them big bellies and stuff? It's stress bellies. You don't want that, okay? You don't want to have no stroke over no money, all right? And he going to stand up and tell people, she ain't got it. Make it enough. Call Chad now. Visit my website, startovernow.org, to talk to him. All right. So Angela Simmons, get your ass on up here. Jasmine, I need you to go to her page real quick. Matter of fact, I'm going to send you something. Hold on for a second, because I just thought this was the funniest thing. Y'all going to kill me, though. Hold on. Let me see. She done blocked me. I know damn well Angela Simmons ain't blocked me. How am I supposed to do research on her? There we go. Oh, the algorithm blocked her. Yeah, that's what happened. Hold on for a second. The algorithm blocked her. Let me make sure I get this. Hold on. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Hold on, Jasmine. Let me send this real quick, and then you can load this up. I only want the chair, her in the chair. Okay. A lot of y'all on these chairs, and you trust in these chairs a little too much. Sierra's small. Okay. And we got Johnny Blaze on a chair too. And I'm like, these chairs must be made for tough. Anyway, so we got a little wine, just a little bit, okay, that they have quietly separated. This ain't their first separation though, okay? Every time they get, into they fight and, we get word. And so apparently this is real this time and they haven't announced. And I'm just trying to figure out why they ain't announced. They done announced everything else. Why ain't announced this? Now, so they've been talking about this RICO case that they're trying to build against Yo Gotti and his record label. Same thing they did with Young Thug. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Bad Boy did it. All of these moguls are being taken down. But him, here's the thing. When it comes to that gang life, that turf war, and you in your 40s, like, when enough is enough. When did poetry become so violent? When did poetry become so deadly? When I was writing poetry, it was from the heart. When did we start using poetry to off somebody else or to project that we're going to off somebody else? Like, when did we start doing that? And I think something has to be done because of what Memphis is going through. Like, these are children at this point. You get these rich, older guys like him that use the youth to go out and carry out they little, turf wars that they got going on over rap music. And it's stupid. And so, yeah, they say they're trying to put together a RICO on him because of that young Dolph. And apparently his brother was the one that did it. But here's the thing. Your brother and you were in business together. So if he was running organized mafia, you should be subject to that too. Or you say separate, guess what? That's my brother. But instead, that's my brother. That's not me. But instead, you wearing a bulletproof vest when you go out. Yeah, you're wearing you're a midget wearing a bulletproof vest. Yeah. Getting rich off of young, ignorant kids. and your brother allegedly put out hits on rivals and told kids to do it because they didn't have nothing to lose. Like, come on now, seriously, let's cut this shit. So everything that her daddy worked hard for to represent, for his little church-bound princess, for her to grow up and love to be in bed with dope dealers who were not faithful whatsoever. She done saw her daddy be faithful to her mama her whole life. On the other side of the coin, she want a hoe. She want a hoe. She out here trying to flip and convert like she the pastor herself, trying to baptize these gang members. Man, out of here. So I didn't think this relationship was genuine from the beginning at all. Like I said, when her public records started dropping, saying that she had evictions and behind on bills, it was given she was selling a little coochie, okay? It was given who got it, who wants it the baddest, who's going to pay the most for it, and because I'm tired of having to do these awkward ass brand deals, sitting in Fruit Loops and chocolate and water, knowing it's gonna make her cat itch. Tired. So she done spun the block. And made sure it landed right on Yo Gotti's belly. But I wonder how I feel to already have, because if you look at this chair challenge she just did, you know what I'm saying? I know y'all gonna get mad, but I'm not gonna say I don't support this. I don't support it at all, so I don't care. So if you look closely at this video here, all right? She's doing the chair challenge. Jasmine, we can't see that. Come on now, you got to make that bigger. What the hell? And take the music out of it. I'm trying to point something out here, okay? And people got to put on their reading glasses. Thank you. Now look closely with her, she with the girl. Where's the girl? Okay. Now, hold on. Everybody in the comments was talking about her belly and said it was moving a little bit, right? And there's nothing wrong with a belly. I got a belly that move a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I got a belly that moving it, but word on the street was because in order to be with Yo Gotti and to continue to be with him in full support and to be safe, she was going to have to wear a bulletproof vest. And so from my understanding, you can't have a big belly, a natural belly, and wear a bulletproof vest at the same time. Then people gonna be asking if you're pregnant in dresses and in photos and stuff like that. And so she decided to take her shit and go. She out. I'm not wearing that. I'm not wearing that. She can't wear. She got to choose between the belly or the bulletproof vest. Which one is it going to be? We girls, we love our real stomachs. Real stomachs is coming back. So my thing is, you was all happy to carry your little gun purse. Like I said, I don't know if it's true, but where there's smoke, there's fire. Where there's smoke, there's fire. And we ain't seen them together. And a lot of people do, just like Ari and Moneybag Yo, they be on and off. You know how it go. You know what I'm saying? His money been a little funny. So Ari kind of in and out. He ain't as hot as he used to be. And don't be surprised if Ari ass move on here in the next year or two to somebody else that's relevant. But they said they ain't together no more. That's what they saying. I don't know. Maybe they are together. You know how it is to be a fake hood couple, especially when you got a fake Southern accent all of a sudden and you come from New York. When I heard her on the Breakfast Club in New York, trying to talk like me with a little twang to her voice, in Memphis, like she wasn't finishing her words, like, like, girl, you are from New York and you speak through your nose. You speak through your nose. Hi, my name Angela. Like, girl, bye. Thank y'all so much for watching. Okay, before we head over to TashaKLive.com. We do have to spend a little time at the gossip shop. Okay, so at the end of every video, I do shout out all my sponsors, products that I personally use that I recommend that you use. Okay, and so instead of us, there's a lot of creators on here. That ain't none of my business. Let me stick to the facts here. Before we head to TashaKLive.com, don't forget, guys, we're sponsored in part by The Sugar Case, okay? A Black-owned just kind of body mask company. So they got skin scrubs, they got body oils, they got lip stains, they got makeup, they got it all. These are some of my favorites here, some of the top sellers on their website, as well as mine. Go to shoptkdeals.com, use the coupon code TK10, and you can get the same body oils that I use that I've been using for a very long time, okay? I typically put them on when I'm wet, right? And then I let them absorb and air dry, and then it seeps into my skin, and then my body is smelling just like their flavors here. They got coconut dream, they got glazed donut, butterscotch. I mean, they got all types of flavors, strawberry, all of it, okay? So just search the site and get you some body scrubs. The body scrubs smell amazing as well. The lipstick stains taste amazing as well. And so, yeah, she's doing her thing, Black-owned, Black woman-owned. So, yes, shoptkdeals.com. Don't forget, guys, we are also sponsored in part by Inez Beauty, okay? A Black esthetician here. She actually has her own YouTube channel. You should check her out. Beautifully Honest, okay? And so she does that in her spare time, and she's actually very good at it. So I love her, just honest opinions on what's going on in social media. And it's just, it's just good to listen to. Like, she's really intelligent when it comes to a lot of the stuff that she's discussing in the celebrity world. And so one of my favorite YouTubers, but also one of my favorite estheticians as well, because, this is a product that I just cannot live without, all right? So this is the Koji acid, which is very popular, known for taking away blemishes, dark marks, and things like that. Even sometimes this could take away acne as well, too. So it does have that added acne, just kind of fighting serum as well, too. And so it's only to be used on your face. You only need a little bit. This bottle will run you a long time, okay? And so you could just get one and it'll last you for months, all right? You don't need the whole, you just need just a few drops. That's it, on your face, and it'll cover your whole face and lighten up your face, but not bleach your face, okay? And so I don't have any scars on my face now or black spots and things like that. And in addition to using this, I also use the Koji Cocoa Soap, which is a hot seller on the site. I'm so glad that this company finally partnered with me to offer products that I've used for years now, okay? So whenever I get dark spots or, I start to get sunspots because I'm always in the sun because I'm swimming, 3 out of 5 days, 7 days a week, I've always used the Koji Cocoa Soap. Now, there are some competitors out there that have Koji acid and turmeric and lemon. To me, that's too strong for Black people's skin, okay? It is very highly acidic, whereas this is Koji acid, cocoa butter, which has been known to reduce dark marks and stretch marks on us for years, okay? As well as turmeric, okay? And so it's made specifically tailored to Black and darker skin so that it doesn't add too much acid to our skin and take the moisture out of our skin. So that cocoa butter is there too to put the moisture back in the skin when you are trying to lighten and brighten without bleaching, okay? And so you can use this in the shower. I wouldn't recommend it for the face. That's what the serum here is for, because the skin on the face is a lot thinner than the skin on the body. And whenever you have dark marks, whether they're from shaving, whether they're from mosquito bites or whatever it is, or just hyperpigmentation or sun damage, the Koji Cocoa Soap is there. And then once you're done, you've achieved your, your desired looks, you can discontinue it, put it in a Ziploc bag, put it in the refrigerator until you need to use it again, and continue with your regular body wash, okay? And so it's something that you just always need to have. And, as your takeaway in case, you get, little bumps here and there, I'm talking about razor bump scars. Not none of them bumps that they talking about Jaguar got and shit like that. I don't know of them razor bumps or them other bumps. I'm just trying to tell you, this will take away all the scars. It's on my website, shoptkdeals.com. Use the coupon code TK10, okay? And it is selling fast, all right? Don't forget, guys, hold on. I'm almost done. I'm waiting on my new bottle, the Mushroom Extract Complex. Everybody needs to have some mushroom therapy, okay? In their diet. Our food is heavily depleted of vitamins and minerals that we need. And a lot of us don't eat mushrooms. And mushrooms are very, very popular, especially in Asian-based countries and things like that. They don't suffer from a lot of the ailments that we have. Now they are because of fast food entering their society. But for the most part, when you look at the longevity of them and Africans, mushrooms is heavily in the diet. And they use them in a lot of cancer therapies, HPV therapies. You can look up mushrooms and just kind of the research they've done on HPV, herpes, all that stuff. just T cell optimization to ensure that your T cells are optimized. So if you do come in contact with something that's not supposed to be in your body, guess what? It's going to fight on its own, okay? And in addition to the mushroom extract complex, this is very potent. We also have two of our top best sellers as well too, which is the sea moss, which is 98% of the vitamins and minerals, sworn by every health guru, guys. Okay, and so our food doesn't have the vitamins and minerals that it needs, so everybody needs to be supplementing, especially with liquid vitamins. Okay, good liquid vitamins that don't have all those preservatives and things like that. This is yeast free, milk free, wheat free, eggs free, gluten free, soy free, gelatin free, peanut free, shellfish free, dairy free, artificial flavors free, artificial preservatives free, natural flavors free. It's purified water and sea moss extracted from Irish sea moss. 10,000 milligrams. It is flavored with real mangoes. Okay, guys, to make it taste good, because you know sea moss is a little hard, you know, to take, especially if it's got that strong fish smell. It's in your mouth. It's just this. It's hard, okay? So I'm glad that this company came out with something that we can all use and put it in our waters, take it under the tongue, however we want to do it, and it's instantly absorbed through our bloodstream because it's liquid and our body really doesn't have to break it down. And then we have the olive leaf, okay, which is for immune support as well too, along with the mushroom extract. You guys know we have been marketing the olive leaf for many years, okay? The winos stand behind this. Hell, the world stands behind this. And anybody that has olives or just olive propanolols in their diet, typically speaking, what they call like the traditional Mediterranean diet, you see that they don't suffer from a lot of the things that we typically suffer from, you know, because of Western diets and stuff like that. And so this is available right now on my website as well, shoptkdeals.com. Use the coupon code TK10 for everything, guys. And don't forget, guys, we have the medicated shampoo for you wig wearers and things like that, and dread people, for Black people, because you know they make a lot of the medicated shampoo for whites. And this is an urban company that made medicated shampoo specifically for you guys that are struggling with a lot of scalp issues, especially when it comes to wearing wigs and things like that. Okay, and so all of this is available on my website and more. We got more products, but I'm not going to go through all of them, which are all great personal products that I use. Please use the coupon code TK10 for as many times as you want, and have at it and shop away. Okay, and we'll be introducing some new products here next week and the week after. Okay, things that I personally use that you need to implement into your diet fast. Okay, I love you guys. We're about to head over to TashaKLive.com. Don't forget, guys, for this one video, I was drinking the Reservado Sauvignon Blanc made in Chile. Pears in a glass, very light. Okay, sort of pears when they're out of season, because you know pears can be really sweet sometimes. This is very lightly semi-sweet, but perfect for any occasion. Okay, and I'm gonna be drinking this on White Wine Wednesday as well. You can order using Google. Okay, and it'll come right to your doorstep. And I'm a Sauvignon Blanc girl. Can't wait to get my own out. Like I said, we got some surprises for y'all. 10 years is coming up. And listen, I can't celebrate without y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we all go. Let me be quiet. Let me just wait till it's ready. All right. So I love you guys. Thank you guys all so much. Don't forget, guys, we got gifts. We are officially on the gift store, Jasmine. So, guys, you guys get to send gifts, place gifts in the conversations. Just go to your chat or your feed or wherever your comment section is. Follow this instruction video, and you can choose all the Tasha K Wino gifts that you can. We're uploading hundreds and hundreds of more, so you guys can get as messy as you want in your group chats and your text messages and your comment sections and everything, okay? It's up, baby. It's up, and we ain't going nowhere. Thank y'all so much for watching. If you like the video, please subscribe, all right? If you have tips on your favorite celebrities, please feel free to email me via unwinewithtashak@gmail.com or hit me in the DM as you always do. Guys, if you want to advertise on the platform, we have advertisements starting at $200 to help bring brand exposure to your business. We get billions of views a month across all of our social media platforms. Compliments of the winos. People saying that they hate the winos. They don't like Tasha K. Well, the views say different. The views say different, okay? And we have survived moving from long form content to short form content, and we still up, okay? We ain't We about to hit 1 million everywhere, okay? So y'all are a movement, all right? Y'all been moving this thing for 10 years, so celebrate that. Cheers to that. I love you guys. We're about to head over to TashaKLive.com for a special exclusive on the state of North Carolina about to get sued for showing calling people the N-words and hearings and stuff like that, still conducting their hearings, making them sit through all of that rhetoric and those explicit images and things like that. We're also going to be discussing Johnny Blaze, Carrie Hilson, and much, much more on TashaKLive.com. We're heading over there right now. We start at, what time is it, 7:30? Jasmine, we starting at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
8 p.m. Yes, ma'am.
8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So it'll give you a little time to create your accounts and get on over there in the chat, okay? And you get exclusive access to all of the movies, documentaries, and things like that, okay? And so I love you guys, and I will see y'all Wednesday for White Wine Wednesday. Now we gotta go. Say bye, Teddy. Bye.
Hey, not because you're not feeling so fresh. Huh? No, not down there, up here. Tell me this, have you ever panicked at the thought of taking off your wig and releasing the worst odor? Or just the thought of your partner burying their face in your 4-week old box braids? One more question. Are you delaying your commitment to growing love locks? Because you know your scalp's history with thick, flaky buildup. If you can relate to any of these pretty common issues, I might have a solution for you. Crown & Glorious Medicated Shampoo. It's proven to not only clear up scalp buildup, but clear it for a lot longer. Using Crown & Glorious, you can do what before was unthinkable, like leaving in your protective styles for longer periods. You know, to get your money's worth. Because the formula used in Crown & Glorious eliminates the underlying causes of that sour smell in your hair and helps to prevent crusty buildup. As if that's not exciting enough, studies have shown that the active ingredients in Crown & Glorious can actually block certain hormones that causes hair loss. And it can effectively reverse alopecia or regrow your hair on thinning edges. So if you're ready to change your life forever, visit myclearcrown.com. Grab your first bottle of Crown & Glorious Medicated Shampoo because your crown is glory and glory starts at the crown.
I need you to know what a proper compliment is. This one in particular, this lady walked up to me today. She walked up to me, she said, "Hey, you're doing that show tonight." I said, "Yes, ma'am, I am." She said, "I'm so proud of you." I said, "Oh, thank you so much." She was like, it's like you're the whole package. And I was like, "Oh, well, thank you." I didn't know what this meant. "Oh, well, thank you so much." The whole package. That sounds like a compliment. It's like you're the whole package. You're a father, you're a family man, and you're a stand-up comedian, very funny, and an actor. It's like you're a regular Bill Cosby.
Watch this full program and other exclusive content on www.tashaklive.com.
Tired of unreliable phone plans?
Can you hear me now?
What about never having service and having to spend all your hard-earned money on hidden fees? And don't even get me started on the customer service. Hear me now. Tired of phone plans ganging up on you? Get Rockstar Wireless. Say goodbye to big phone bills. Switch to Rockstar Wireless for unlimited talk, text, and data for just $19.99 a month. And never be held down by your phone bill again. Rockstar Wireless has your back. Stay connected with Rockstar Wireless.
Now, I don't know if it's witchcraft or what. And I know it sounds super crazy. But all I know is every time I try to give my Trina son.
What's wrong? What's wrong?
Since when was it okay for you to be a hoe?
Active sex life. Same thing.
The exclusiveness that only we share, us being completely vulnerable to each other, trying stuff and doing stuff together for the first time with each other only. Me waiting my whole life to save myself for you.
Watch this full program and other exclusive content on www.tashaklive.com.